Lelouch v Britannia, otherwise known as the GOAT. Man's built like a stick figure, but has an IQ surpassing that of a genius. What if I told you there was a man out there who plotted out an entire war, who tricked his family members, fooled his comrades, and outsmarted his enemies? A man who carefully planned out an entire war in his favor, and even went to the extent of planning out his own death for world peace. I know, who could have possibly accomplished such feats, you ask? Well, a 17-year-old male with light black hair, violet eyes, a skinny build, and a very defined face is what I tell you if you ask me to describe the protagonist of Code Geass. However, this mere physical appearance of his entails a deeper meaning of life, one that sprouts from the depths of despair. You see, Lelouch v Britannia, Lelouch Lamperouge, or Zero, or even Lulu grew up as the 11th prince of the Britannian Empire and son of the 98th emperor of Britannia. Because of this, his personality breeds a calm, sophisticated yet arrogant human. This aristocratic upbringing, however, was overshadowed by the death of his mother at the mere age of 10. Lelouch, at this tender age, confronted the emperor and accused him of leaving his mother defenseless, even going as far as to saying he will no longer inherit the throne. Because of this, his father exiled him to Japan as a political hostage. It was during this time here that he met our other protagonist, Suzaku, and formed a friendship. Later on, Japan was invaded by Britannia. This discarded Lelouch's use as a diplomatic tool. Lelouch and Nunnally were officially proclaimed dead. Because of this, Lelouch sought help from the Ashford family and hid his and his sister's true identities to keep themselves safe. Due to these unfortunate set of events, this breeds a slow hatred towards Britannia, or any powerhouse of a country, and because of this, Lelouch craves to accomplish 3 goals ever since that day. 1. To pursue a better world for Nunnally to live in. Number 2. To find out who killed his mother. And lastly, later on, to destroy Britannia. This leads our main protagonist to take on many different personalities in order to successfully accomplish his goals without revealing his true self. Now, keep in mind, this video isn't meant to be a recap of Lelouch's life exactly, although I will bring up some obvious points throughout the video that explains his life, but those are more or less to implement a firm understanding of what we have mainly come to discuss in this video. That is, well, his philosophy or outlook on life, his goals, and how he went about accomplishing them, and what each of his different personalities really meant to the character as a whole. You see, Lelouch's philosophy on life differs greatly from his father's. His father's philosophy was one that came within social Darwinism, which put simply is a theory of society that there is such a thing as natural selection. Some are simply selected to be of higher status than others, and survival of the fittest kind of stuff. You see, Lelouch believed that the world could live in cooperation rather than constant conflict and struggle. He also believed that the end justified the means, and anything that had to be done to get to that ideal end was nothing but part of the master plan. Also keep in mind, Lelouch took the killing of people very seriously, stating that one should only kill if one is prepared to die himself. Now, with his philosophy out of the way, we can now move on to how he went about pursuing his goals. Upon receiving the power of Geass, which at first was a red symbol that appeared in his left eye, later on getting them in both eyes, he took on different personas in order to hide his true identity and his powers. Lelouch Lamperouge, Zero, and Lelouch v Britannia all coexisted within him. Now, with all these different identities and this power, one must be smart enough to use them wisely. Yet, to call Lelouch smart is a huge understatement. This man was an absolute genius. He used these powers better than any other anime character would have, I dare say. In fact, he started off by killing Clovis, his half-brother, after getting information about his mother's death. Afterwards, he takes up the identity of Zero, which leads to the formation of the Black Knights, a group of vigilante rebels who fight against the Britannian Empire, which of course was founded by Lelouch himself. Although Zero reorganizes the Black Knights to form a structured hierarchy and chain of command, the Black Knights rely heavily on his masterful strategies, and it's almost as if they were useless without his undeniable genius. I mean, this man alone orchestrated an entire war while at disadvantage in number of troops, okay? I mean, there's nothing more that needs to be said. He was a man who did everything he could and went through constant loss and struggle to attain what he wanted most. One of the most heartbreaking moments for him was when he had to shoot Euphemia and kill her because she was accidentally put under his Geass which led to her ruining her own reputation by ordering the death of all Japanese. In the end, he killed her and even said that she was the first girl that he ever loved. And this was only the beginning of the multiple casualties that certainly took its toll on Lelouch, although he did a good job not showing it. From orchestrating a war that led to his victory, he gained control of the Britannian Empire. And not just that, he started his reformation by abolishing the aristocracy in the area system. Although the Knights of the Round and others tried to stop him and remove his authority, your boy Suzaku was there to protect Sadly, he ended up going against the very person he wanted to protect, the very person he cared for so much that he decided to live his life to create a better world for her. Her being Nunnally. These constant battles with people close to him, people he loved and grew up with, molded him into the very being he is. In the end, with a heavy sigh I say, brings a tear to my eye every time. Man, his final plan, Zero Requiem. Zero Requiem was a plan orchestrated by Lelouch himself, of course, literally the ultimate plan, one where his best friend Suzaku, disguised as Zero, kills Lelouch. Why? Well, its goal to end all war and start an age of peace, and all simultaneously allowing Lelouch and everyone else to atone for their sins, by getting rid of the literal mastermind, Lelouch Lamperouge. In fact, Lelouch's use of the power of Geass was so profound that even Cece towards the end of the series says how she may have been mistaken about Geass condemning one to a life of solitude. You know, the story has a tragic ending, yet one that the main character preferred, but suddenly after finishing this anime, it struck me. Lelouch lived a life full of fakes, from the Lelouch that lived a normal high school boy life, to the man named Zero who led the Black Knights, and Lelouch v Britannia, the son of Charles V Britannia, the 98th Emperor of Britannia. Does this mean Lelouch never got to truly find himself? Was his life destined to live for others? What about his happiness though? All these questions left me saddened. He lived a life full of love for his sister, the people close to him, and he stuck to his ideals till the very end. You really can't write a better ending than this anime right here. I mean, I personally truly enjoyed the ending to a very, very high degree. I mean, I think it was the perfect canon ending, and I don't really think any other ending would have fit the main storyline. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, please do make sure to smash that subscribe button, and if you have any thoughts or comments you want to drop, feel free to do so. And turn on notifications so you never miss another video. And I guess till then, see ya.